Hey there, Vinny from Project Frugal. Today we're going to be talking about saving. Back in the day, years ago, probably back in the 80s when I was a teenager, I didn't save. And I remember getting $2 pocket money a week, and for that $2 I had to do the dishes, probably clean up the house, can't quite remember. $2 is not a huge amount. It was enough for 10 games at the local Space Invaders arcade, and there was a game there that I was really good at. In fact, I was so good at it, I went for the world record once. That's another story for another day. So I was never a saver growing up, didn't really understand the concept of money, and it wasn't until 10 years ago when I started on this fire journey that I really understood saving. Because literally I'd had no money for years and years and years. So something had to change. And change it did. So when I decided to get on my debt-free journey, I started saving. And it was only a little bit, because that's all I had. But the first goal at that point in time was just to get out of debt. Really got to get out of debt. So that's pretty much what I put all my money into, was getting out of debt. Years of having no money really takes its toll on you. When you're ticking things up because you can't afford it, because you don't have the cash in the bank, and you're just using the credit card to pay for things, you end up paying more because you're paying interest on the credit card when you don't pay it off. It's usually the case. And also with the saving thing, if you don't have a nest egg, some money left over and above your living week to week, paycheck to paycheck, you get other sorts of bills, power bills, phone bills, and they've always got deadlines and penalties if you don't pay them in time. And I got stung numerous times on that. Had all the good intentions, but just didn't have the cash. And now that habit, after 10 odd years, is deeply ingrained. We've got close on, well, it's just over $19,000 in our emergency fund at the moment, and it's just designed for emergencies, nothing else. Put a little bit of money into it every fortnight, not a huge amount, so ultimately I want to get that up to maybe 25 to 30,000 is probably enough, and that'll cover 1 year of living. So when we do get to the point of reaching lean fire, we can pretty much just quit, live off that $25,000 to $30,000 for the next year, and if the stock market goes up or down, it doesn't really matter too much. The other thing about saving is it really sets you up for a good financial future. Just getting into those habits, starting to build up money, you start thinking more and more about money, especially as you get older, and what impact it's going to have if you don't do it. The closer you get to retirement, the more important it is to actually have some sort of financial foundation, because if you don't, you're going to be retired, you're going to be relying on the government. Who knows what the government will do? If you don't own a house, you're going to be reliant on renting. Oh yeah, it's not the sort of future that I want, having no money and renting somewhere. So that's why I've done what I've done, so I can actually have a comfortable retirement. And the best thing about saving is the delayed gratification. So when you actually want to go and buy something, I always do my research first, and it doesn't matter what it is. Could be a hat, could be a pair of sunglasses, who knows, maybe even a pair of socks. I'll make sure I research it, get the best value for money. Even if it costs more, if I'm getting good value, I don't mind, because I enjoy it. I just enjoy getting good bargains, or if it's something I'm going to buy, I'd rather get something that is affordable and yet functional, rather than just chucking money away. So yeah, you got all these new gaming consoles and things. I got 3 gaming consoles, I never play them. Would I go and buy a PS5 or a PS6 when that comes out? Nope. If I really, really, really did want one, which I don't, I would definitely shop around for it. And I would shop around until I get the best possible deal. And not only the best possible deal, I would save up for it so it wasn't getting ticked up on any credit card or anything like that. It wasn't on any hire purchase. limiting the cost associated with it. Any games would probably be bought second hand to save more costs, but let's face it, I don't want one of those. So quite simply, the trick to saving, it's simple. Just save a little bit, whatever you've got. Doesn't matter even if it's $10 a week. If you put it into a high interest savings account, you'll see it grow over time. And if you do what I do, which is tracking my net worth on the first of the month every month, you'll see it growing, and grow it will. Even if it's $10, you get a tiny little bit of interest. Keep chucking that $10 in a year, you've got $520 plus however much interest you've got. To be honest, it's not going to be that much. You might get $20 or something like that, but it all adds up. And as money allows, all you got to do is repeat the process. Obviously you don't want to just chuck it into a bank earning no interest whatsoever, so there's other options for just general saving, such as term deposits. Yeah, you don't want too much in that either, so you're better off going into the stock market or possibly investing in real estate so you can get higher returns, because at the end of the day you've still got to beat inflation. Money in 20 years time is certainly not going to be worth what money is now. You probably in 20 years time you go to the supermarket, a loaf of bread and a bottle of milk is probably going to cost you easily $20, I'd say. And that's pretty much all I wanted to share with you. The value of saving. Wish I'd done it a lot sooner. Would have been far better off, but I'm glad I have done it at least. I encourage you to do it as well. Start setting little milestones, get some money behind you, get some money in the bank and feel good about it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe, hit the bell notification, and we'll catch you in the next video. See you later.